Oh, this is my TYT. I think it's a 9800D. I can't remember. But we won't get anyone because I'm inside the shed. And there's no one around for miles. That button up there, I think from factory will make it scan. And you see it go on a few channels here. It keeps coming up to 28 and I think 9. I've prioritised those two, which is easy to change with the computer. You can do it all through here and all through the remote. It's easy to do it through the computer. Just yeah, do it that way. It's truth, I haven't used this that long. I can't remember all my settings. That doesn't make any sense. It's not on. There's my battery voltage. Okay. Power, medium, low. You'll see it changed just there. And that's high power. So it's 2 watts. I think I've got that set to about 5 watts. And just like that would be 45 watts. Yeah, 45 watts. Look at the battery voltage drop. Yeah, it's not running, so yeah. Let's see if it changes when I talk into it. No, still 9.4 volts. What channel was I on there? 9. They probably heard me at work. Let's go like this. Too far. No, we won't. So yeah, you can lock your... What's that one? Lock and unlock. So you can change all that from here. You can also turn this light on, which is generic yellow. You can change that screen for the same colour, but as you can tell, that one's blue, that one's blue, and if I could make that blue, that would be blue. Blue seems to be a nice colour. And that remote's locked now. I can transmit. That's all I can do. If I unlock it, I can go up and down channels on the remote. Then you got all your functions on the front here. So there's that. And yeah, the rest of it you do from here. So yeah, I think that's a factory power setting one. I'm not sure. Can't remember. You can select all these buttons to do whatever you want it to do in the program, excluding the power button. Oh, that's enough of that. I've cleaned up the bass a bit by changing some of the frequencies so I can actually run it louder. Probably not a good song choice, but anyway. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. That's not distorted now. And I couldn't even run that at 25 with that song in particular before the bass would distort. So whatever I've done is fixed it. So I've got 300 watt kickers in there. I think they're 6.5 inch. And yeah, just a cheap Kenwood. I think that's migrated from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle. I'm just waiting for it to die. The last one caught fire. I had to rip it. I pulled it up real quick. There was smoke coming out everywhere. Ripped it out and just ditched it out the window. Burned all my fingers pulling it out. It was funny. Not funny at the time, but it was funny afterwards. It could have been worse. I can't remember what brand that was. That might have been a Pioneer. I reckon it came with all Pioneer. They weren't good enough, so I'd put these kickers in. They're not bad speakers. So there's that. Bit of a look around in the old ute. Typical farm ute. or wood cutting ute, whatever you want to make it. So yeah, clock's not right. And my dash is all heat affected. I gotta pull the dash out and bend my needle back. It's just touching the face. So yeah, there's that. I put the original headlights back in because they're better than those crystal ones I had. The reflectors are all stuffed in those crystal headlights that I had. Ignore that. That is just an engine guard temperature sender, which is crap. I'll never buy another one. It's good to do the ambient air temperature because that's what it does. It doesn't do the engine temperature. I had it up here before I pulled the head off, and it would fluctuate something chronic. And the engine bay would be hot, would be 100 degrees when you fired it up, and then it would go back to about 90 where it should run at. Actually, no, it under read then, and it would go back to 80. It was out by 10 to 15 degrees because I run a 90 degree thermostat. So, yeah, if you wanted it as an air temperature sender and you could wiggle it through the air intake somewhere or something like that where it couldn't be affected by anything other than what you're measuring, it'd be great. But yeah, it is what it is. So we made room for the troll to get in here. I don't think I've got enough room to pull the engine out with that ute there. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. No one's home to do what I was going to do. I've got a TED or TEA, I'm not sure what model it is, Ferguson tractor to bring home and put at that end to work on for Uncle Des. So it doesn't need a lot of work, but it's just tinkering, like the sorry about the hand, but the radiator is like chocolate milk in there. The water won't circulate that. The starter motor, when it's engaged, some aftermarket piece of junk, and it's like ching, ching, ching as it turns. It's like the teeth don't mesh properly, So there's that, and it's covered in oil, and he wants to paint it, so yeah. Don't know. Anywho, I've still got heaps of mess to clean up. I've got a lawnmower there I haven't even looked at, but I only got that the other day, so I can wait for another 6 months, right? That's just to add to the collection. Yeah, just got to clean up. I'm still cleaning up. I did rejigger all my chainsaws in, well, most of them, except for ones that got to be sharpened. I haven't got around to it yet. So yeah, I don't know. I'm half tempted to remove this bench here. I don't really use it. Well, it's got nice cupboards in it, but I haven't filled up those cupboards there yet, so I might just disregard that bench outside and make it for an outside bench yet. And then I could move all this stuff across. And then that'll become a bench temporarily, I suppose. It always does. It ends up with stuff on it. So, not that that's always a bad thing. But yeah, I think we will paint this tray black. That paint don't look bad. We'll just get all the little nooks and crannies. And then we'll get the cab. But like I said yesterday, the cab might be after summer at this rate that I'm going. Oh, hiccups, because there's so much going on. And then today's just screwed me over. Went to work from audit, passed. Woohoo! Flew through it too, because the Sheila that came down, she's like, "Oh no, you're on holidays, so I'll make this as painless as possible for you." In the sense that, like, we'll go through it quickly, and yeah, and just hope that I get all the right answers. I'm like, yep, it's that, yep. Got all the right answers, and did a dummy inspection, so yeah, pretty good. So yeah. Oh, I might get the lawnmower out actually, and I've got some unlevel ground here. It's got holes in it. Thinking about just dragging a pallet around and leveling the yard out. There's a few burnout holes in where vehicles sat before we bought the property. So yeah, and all those pallets there, they were for temporary fencing. I was going to make a fence from the back of the shed over there, across behind the toilet and up to the fence for a veggie patch. I still haven't got rid of that truck, but old man had an idea of making a trailer out of the chassis, so we might do that. Just cut it behind the cab and disregard everything else. So yeah, so there's that. Well, it is what it is. Susie's surprisingly still going. There's heaps of water come out the exhaust, but it doesn't seem to be using any yet. Well, none that I can tell. I haven't been going too far in it. I wouldn't drive it to Melbourne and back or anything like that. She probably wouldn't make it. But yeah, new head gasket, that'll be good. But yeah, a few other things have jumped the queue. Ah well, it's only time. Ooh, I finished what I want to do. So there you go. It's got spotlights. And in the process of running the radio, I set the battery flat. And so these things, oh look at that, full voltage are working now. I was losing the top two. Can all be switched off from under here. Front and top lights. That's the top lights. That's the front ones. So if I don't need them, I don't have to have them. And they go out when the high beam, low beam. So there you go. Getting technical.